Alright gamers, we finally have our first look at the Tier 2 Legendary Obsidian Armor. And honestly, I have some mixed feelings about it. First of all, for those who are unaware, with the current expansion, Secrets of the Obscure, we got a new set of Legendary Armor that is obtainable completely solo with only open world PvE content. The last major patch allowed us to craft the full Legendary set, and the final patch for this expansion, coming just next week, will include this Tier 2 variant, which is just an aesthetic change to the armor skin, so no change to like stats or anything. And you know I am going to be having a guide coming out on the Tier 2 variants of the Obsidian armor. My original guide on how to get the armor in the first place is easily my most viewed video that I've ever had, so I'm definitely going to be following that up with a round 2 with the Tier 2 variant. Definitely stay tuned for that. I'm assuming you're going to need to unlock it similar to how you unlock variants for the Generation 3 legendaries from Ender Dragons, where like the legendary itself is the bulk of the work and cost, and then you can choose to sink a little bit more into it to unlock the skin variants just if you want. I'm glad we finally got our first look at the new Tier 2 variants before the patch drops. I was actually holding off on crafting my obsidian armor until I knew what the Tier 2 was going to look like. So now that I know that, I can go ahead and craft them before the patch and get that bonus, 500 astral acclaim from the special tab in the Wizard's Vault. But also, I gotta be honest, man, I'm actually kind of underwhelmed with this Tier 2 variant. And I have a sneaking suspicion that they wanted to get some feedback before they drop it in game in case I wanted to make some changes last minute. I do want to say that I'm not in the same camp as some people that I've seen that are just basically shitting all over it and saying it's like the worst thing they've ever seen. I definitely don't hate it, but I do think underwhelmed is the best word I can think of to describe it. It just kind of looks like they slapped some colorful holographic runic symbols on top of the Tier 1 skins and gave it an unsheath effect and called it a day. I don't think the glowy runic symbols look too bad, but man, I just hope you can dye them properly. The vibrant, like, primary colors they went with in this video really don't match the vibe of the realistic leather and metal colors of the Tier 1 armor underneath, in my opinion. Another interesting thing that I've noticed is the video itself really doesn't look that great. The armor actually looks way better in the thumbnail image for it. Take a look at this. The video is weirdly dark and hard to see detail in, like it's been overcompressed or something. So I wonder if the video is just like not doing the skins justice as well. It's a little bit weird. Another weird thing is, for some reason, they've actually uploaded this preview video as unlisted on their YouTube page. It's not public. So you can only see it like on the forums, and I think they've also posted about it on like Instagram and stuff, but they're still limiting their audience. And the only reason I can really think of for them to limit their audience like this, like limit the amount of people that see it, is if they are thinking about tweaking it before the official release. I'm not sure how many people actually know this, but they did actually tweak the design of the Tier 1 armor after some feedback that they received when they first showcased it before the last major patch. They made a few minor adjustments to how it looked on Char, I believe. So it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility that they might want to make some changes to this Tier 2 as well. So I definitely encourage you to go leave some constructive feedback on the forum post. I've linked it below. ANET really do take feedback into account, so who knows, maybe it will end up looking better in game once the patch drops on May 21st. I guess we will see. I'll also just tack onto this video some more updates we recently got for those who didn't see. We got a new blog post that revealed a bit of a roadmap for the next big chunk of 2024. So I'll just quickly go over some of the cool things that are coming. So again, the next major patch is coming May 21st, which is the final one for the Secrets of the Obscure expansion. So along with the Tier 2 Obsidian Armor, it'll also bring us the story finale. the final part of the Naos map with a new meta event, new relics, new masteries, an awesome convergence update, which will actually add a new convergence boss, as well as challenge modes for all of the existing bosses, and a leaderboard system that you can compete with your friends, like for like the fastest clears and things. That is very interesting, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is actually the first time in PvE we've got like a actual in-game competitive leaderboard like this. So I'm actually quite interested to see how that works, and give that a go. Of course, we've also got the Wizard's Vault refresh. We've got the new Fractal as well, and that'll have a challenge mode as well coming a couple of weeks after the patch. And some more cool quality of life changes, actually. For any action cam enjoyers out there, looks like you guys are getting a little bit of love for the first time in a long time. They're adding the ability to do some minor customization for the reticle in action cam. I think that's pretty cool. I have started using action cam a little bit here and there just for short periods of time. And it is quite easy to lose that tiny little reticle, that little tiny little dot. So this will help with that. And not just a nice bit of quality of life. Another really cool thing is they're adding a little pop-up message that shows the squad description when you hover over a commander tag in the open world. So this will be really cool for like big organized meta trains and stuff like that, so that you can see information with a quick hover over the icon without having to join the squad. And it'll just cut down on confusion when there are multiple tags in a map. I really like the sound of that. I run some meta trains here and there, so this should hopefully even save me a bit of work. The World v World enjoyers, rejoice, it's happening. The world restructuring system, it looks like we can finally see some light at the end of the tunnel. On June 14, the world restructuring system will be moving into an always-on beta status. So that's kind of it. Like that's, alliances sort of. It's been a very long time coming, and this is pretty cool. So basically, just you'll be able to play with anyone in World v World who's in the same guild as you, pretty much. No longer you have to worry about what server you're on. You can pretty much guarantee that you can play with your friends as long as you're in the same World v World guild. You also get an extra guild slot as well, to sort of complement this. And then also just a new balance update preview is coming. So not long after the next major patch, the final one for Secrets of the Obscure, we're going to have a preview live stream, Friday, May 24. And that is going to go over some preview of the next major skills and balance update, which is going to come a little bit later. So it's actually going to be another like month or so. June 25 is when the next major balance update is going to be. So still got a while for that one. It might be a pretty big one. Stay tuned for that. And then they just reminded you of some of the upcoming festivals. You know what we got going on here. Dragon Bash is coming up soon. Sunken Treasure Week, which is something new. I think that's something to do with the sunken treasure chests that you open with those keys that you get for killing crates. It's a very weird, a very strange system that does feel a bit dated. So I think they might be doing something with that old system. We don't really know much information about it just yet. And also, the next expansion, it's coming. It's on its way. We are slowly but surely getting there. Looks like we've got like, they're sort of mentioning that there's going to be a preview of the expansion coming soon. So in the next few weeks, they're going to do a development retrospective blog post for the expansion, Secrets of the Obscure. It talks about what they've learned and the process that they went through and how they're going to, take those lessons going forwards into the new expansions. And then shortly after that, they're going to give us our first look at what that next expansion has to offer. So it's not really we haven't been given an exact date yet, but it's very, very close. We're getting there. You can check out that video I did not long ago about some speculation on the next expansion. We had a little bit of speculation about where it might be taking place and that sort of stuff. Pretty fun. And yeah, that's everything from me. Get the hell out of here. Subscribe or something.